Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lucy from Bristol Hypopressives and we're back for this summer series. So we're going to have a lying down practice today. So you're going to come down onto your back and we're going to start off with a warm up as always. So you're just going to start by bringing your fingers underneath the ribs and you're going to walk all the way down the rib angle, assessing for any tension, and that tension may show up as tenderness or the fingers being pushed out. So just assessing to begin with, and then coming up to the top and we're walking down the other side. So I've got a little bit of tension underneath the left hand side of the rib, in between the xiphoid process and the middle or the kind of mid-rib. Middle of the last rib. So I'm just going to take my fingers and use my fingers to massage that area. So nice and gently with the fingers, massaging that area of tension. And just keep breathing as you're doing this. So you can kind of swoop with the fingers along the rib angle. You can place the fingers in there and take some little circles with the fingers. You can use a ball if it feels a bit icky on the fingers. And then you can just sink the fingers in to that area. Take a nice big inhale. And allow the fingers to soften in on the exhale. Take another inhale. And then exhale. One more here. And now we'll come to the other side and do the same on the other side. So if you've got any areas of tension, you might want to go to that area or just sit with the hands underneath the right hand side of the ribs, or whichever side you didn't do. And take a nice big inhale and exhale. And inhale. And then exhale. One more here. Really nice, lovely. Bring the hands around the ribs, keep the feet flat on the floor, feet hip distance apart, pelvis in a fairly neutral position or your center. So you might want to take some pelvic tilts to find your center. And then with your hands around the ribs, we're just going to do some lateral breathing. So you're going to breathe all the way around the ribs. And then slowly exhaling through the mouth. You want to breathe in to the sides and the back of the ribs. And then slowly exhaling. Sides and the back of the ribs. Slowly exhale. We'll do two more here. Really visualize sending the breath to the sides and the back of the ribs. And then exhale. And last one. Really nice. Now with the feet flat on the floor, hands around the ribs, we're going to do our 3 breaths in our apnea. When you're ready, we're going to inhale all the way around the ribs. Exhaling softly and slowly through the mouth. Inhaling into the ribs. And exhale softly and slowly through the mouth. Inhaling all the way around the ribs. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Pausing here, slowly open those ribs. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Really nice. Bring the hands down by your side, bring the feet further away from the body and a little bit wider. Dorsiflex the feet, draw the heels back towards you without moving them. And then stretch the fingertips away. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale all the way around the ribs. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Inhale into the ribs. And exhaling softly and slowly. Inhale, ribs expand. On your next exhale, lift the palms off the floor, thumbs down to the earth. Bring your arms around this big beach ball, arms into Athena first. Hold the breath out, pause, slowly open the ribs here. Holding it here, draw the elbows into some imaginary resistance, shoulder blades spreading apart, hands as wide as the shoulders. Breathing in when you're ready. We're going to inhale into the ribs. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Inhale all the way around. And exhale softly and slowly. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Pause, slow as you can, open the ribs. Option to lift the arms all the way up as slowly as you can on the apnea, bringing your arms all the way back into your third arm position. Lovely. Hold it here if you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Cross the right foot over the left thigh. Bring the left hand in towards the the right thigh. Press hand into thigh, thigh into hand. Bring that hand and thigh into the midline. Bring your other hand keep your other hand in third. Dorsiflex both the feet. Draw that heel back towards you, pelvis neutral. We're going to inhale all the way around the ribs. And exhaling slowly through the mouth. Inhale into the ribs. And exhale softly and slowly. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Pause here, slowly open those ribs. Keep pushing thigh into hand, hand into thigh, keep feet dorsiflexed. Holding it here. And then breathing in when you're ready. Uncross that leg, bring the feet flat on the floor underneath the knees, hands in low V. We're going to do 3 breaths apnea and come up into our bridge position. Inhale all the way around the ribs. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Inhale into the ribs. And exhale softly and slowly. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhaling slowly through the mouth. Pause, slowly open the ribs here. Draw the knees away from the body, lift pelvis and ribs up at the same time. Hold the breath out, keep that apnea. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in when you're ready. Exhale, bring the pelvis and ribs back down. Lovely. We're going to come up onto the heels this time, still keeping the feet underneath the knees. And there's going to be the option to raise the arms over the head on the apnea. We're going to inhale into the ribs. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale softly and slowly. Inhaling all the way around. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Pause, slowly open those ribs. Draw those knees away, lift pelvis and ribs up. Bring the arms all the way back over the head nice and slowly whilst holding your apnea. backs of the hands on the floor. Hold it here. Breathing in when you're ready. And then releasing back down. Lovely. We're going to cross the left foot over the right thigh now. Bring the right hand into first, left hand into third. Dorsiflex both the feet. Draw that heel on the floor away from you, towards you. You might want to bring that heel further out. And then when you're ready, we're inhaling all the way around the ribs. And exhaling softly and slowly through the mouth. Inhale, ribs expand. And exhaling slowly through the mouth. Inhaling into the ribs. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Pause, slowly open the ribs here. Holding it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. Uncross that foot. We're going to extend the legs out along the mat. Cross the right leg over the left. Dorsiflex the feet. Have a slight bend in the knees. Bringing your arms into first position. Inhaling all the way around the ribs. And exhale slowly through the mouth. Inhale, ribs expand. And exhale softly and slowly. We're going to pause at the end of this exhale. And then slowly open the ribs here. Holding it here. Breathing in when you're ready. Uncross, cross the other foot over the other leg. And we're going to go again. We're going to bring the hands up into your second arm position. Inhale, ribs expand. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Inhale into the ribs. And exhale softly and slowly. Hold the breath out. Pause. Slowly open the ribs here. Hold it here for as long as you can. And then breathing in whenever you're ready. You're going to bring the hands into a T or into a cactus. Bend the knees, feet on the floor. We're going to drop the knees over to the right hand side. Take the gaze over the left arm. Lovely, really nice. Just releasing here. Allowing those legs to fall into the earth. Letting go of any hold that you've had over the body and the breath. Fully softening into the pose. Head back to center, legs back to center. We're going to inhale. Exhale, take the legs over to the other side. Take the gaze over the other arm. And fully sink into this posture. And just keep breathing. Really nice. Bring the head back to center, legs back to center. Roll over onto your side. Guide yourself up into a seated position. That is our practice complete. Thanks so much for joining me. Do subscribe, like and comment if you're practicing with me. And I will see you tomorrow.